The economic impact of the coronavirus pandemic is being felt across the globe. It's tipped to be the worst crisis in a century outside of wars. One of the world's best-known economists is Dr Nouriel Roubini, professor at New York University's Stern School of Business. Dr Roubini, this is far from a conventional economic downturn. How do you think it's going to play out for developed economies like the US and Australia?
In my view, the recovery is going to be quite dynamic and subpar, because this is not just a natural disaster, it's also a crisis that comes at a time where both corporations and households have too much debt, and therefore, given the uncertainty on the health, on the second wave, on economic insecurity coming from job losses, both the firms and the household will have to spend less, save more, and reduce their capital spending. For corporates means capital spending on machinery, new factories, for households, purchases of new homes. So if everybody's spending less and saving more, the recovery is going to be anemic over time.
Will people who are unemployed get their jobs back?
They will get jobs only slowly, and even after the financial crisis, most of the rehiring was not in the form of formal jobs, full-time, good wages and good benefits. We've seen it before. We're going to see the same trend. Firms that have to cut back on spending, they have to cut back on labor costs, and when they rehire, it's going to be informal employment with low wages, part-time workers, gig workers, contractors, freelancers, hourly workers. So that's going to increase the economic insecurity. So there'll be job creation gradually. There's going to be mediocre jobs with low wages, with economic insecurity, with no benefits like healthcare, unemployment insurance, social welfare, you name it. So it's going to exacerbate, again, income and wealth inequalities.
Beyond the prevalence of those kinds of jobs that you're talking about, what do you think will be the permanent economic and social changes resulting from this pandemic?
Well, there'll be many changes because I think many more people are going to work from home. They're going to decide to live not in big, expensive cities, but maybe suburban areas or smaller towns. So there'll be less commuting. So people are going to try to move out of big cities where actually some of the benefits of art, culture, entertainment, museums is going to be in less supply than before, because we'll still need to have social distancing, and you cannot have a very, very concentrated crowds of people. So a movement away from big cities is going to be probably one of the trends. It's going to damage commercial real estate, residential real estate, and so on.
Countries are talking about things like becoming more self-reliant, for example, with manufacturing. What will be the impact of that?
Well, one of the negative consequences of this crisis is going to be that the process of deglobalization that started already after the global financial crisis, when we had peak globalization, is going to be exacerbated. Protectionist trends in the United States, but also in other parts of the world. There'll be an increasing Cold War between US and China on trade, on technology, on data, on information, on investment. And this decoupling between US and China is going to also split the world economy between those who are going to do more business and trade and finance with China and those who are going to do it more with the United States. So it's going to be really an acceleration of a process of deglobalization. It's going to be probably negative because it's going to reduce potential growth, it's going to increase cost of production.
What kind of political forces and impulses are these economic trends likely to unleash?
Unfortunately, when you have economic nationalism, you also have a greater backlash against globalization, against trade, against migration, against foreigners, even against technology that is capital intensive, skill bias and labor saving. So we've seen already in the last few years populist parties of the extreme right or extreme left becoming popular in many parts of the world. So I think those populist trends might get exacerbated. Authoritarian strongmen, they're going to assert even more control. Eventually, of course, those populist policies lead to economic failure and they may become less popular, but that's going to take time. I think that in the meanwhile, political system are going to become even more radicalized, either towards populism of the right or populism of the extreme left as well.
Dr Roubini, thanks very much for your time.
Good talking with you today. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.